Now let us see how to solve this problem. Here the question is find reactions at B and E. B is a roller support, E is a pin support. Here you have a load of 3 kips per feet from A to C. So how to deal with these kind of things? Whether to have a member from A to C as a single member, or how to deal with this, let us see this. Here the total length in X is 3 feet plus 5 feet, that is 8 feet, plus 4 feet, that is 12 feet, plus 3 feet, that is 15 feet. Now let us draw it in this fashion only. Like I'll draw 3 feet, 5 feet, 4 feet and 3 feet. Now I'll say File, New, Plane, it is feet and kips. I'll say Next. Here the units that we have set while we have installed the software are different to the units that we wanted now. So it is just giving a caution that you can do it here, as well as you can choose the base units. You can go to File menu and choose Configure the base units. If you are doing all the problems continuously in feet and kips, you can do this. Otherwise, you can proceed with whatever way we are doing now. Now the total length we require is 15 feet. So I'll make this as 15 lines, each 1 feet is a spacing. I'll say OK. So we need to draw 3, 5, 4 and 3. This is 3 plus 4 is 7. Again plus 5 is 12. The last one is 3. And I'll say close the grid. I'll confirm the dimensions once. So this is 3 feet, 4 feet, 5 feet and 3 feet like we have here. This is physically one single member, but still mathematically we can break the member something like this. Now I'll go to General and I'll define a cross section. I'll say 1 feet by 0.75 feet. I'll say Add, say Close. Now I'll give this cross section to all these analytical members. Now I'll go to Supports and I'll say Create. One is pin support, and I'll again say Create. I'll give a roller support, Fixed Butt, FXMZ. Now let me switch on the node numbers, this one, and say OK. Node points, it's not node numbers we need node points. Numbers are not required. Now I'll take this roller support, I'll give it here and say Assign, Yes. And I'll take this pin support and I'll give it over here. I'll pick this one and say Assign, Yes. Now this is what we have done. Now we need to define loads 3 kips per feet, and we need to define 8 kips as a nodal load. Now what I'll do is I'll say add and say Close. Now the first UDL is we have to define minus 3 kips per feet. I'll say minus 3 kips per feet. I'll say add. Then I'll define a nodal load of minus 8 kips. This is minus 8 kips. I'm defining that as a nodal load. I'll say Add, Close. Now I'll take this UDL, give it on these two members. I'll say Assign. And I'll take this nodal load, take this node cursor and give it on this particular node. Now I'll say Assign. Now I'll adjust this load scales by picking this load button and by using Control, mouse wheel forward and backward. Now we have finished defining the problem, and we will give the analysis command. Now I'll run this problem, and let me go to post processor, and we need to find out the reactions at B and E. How to do that? Let me switch off this deflection diagram. I'll remove the dimensions also. Now I'll say node. Here you have node, and I'll say reactions. Now you have two screens here, one the graphical screen and one the tabular screen. Now you can maximize this, and you can set your structure somewhere over here. Now on the left you have select text. You can pick this one and you can drag this box and put it in the right location. So the reactions here is 6.875 kips, and here it is 22.125 kips. So the answer to this question, find the reactions at B and E, is something like this. It is 22.125 and this is 6.875. So with this we have completed this problem, and in the next lesson we'll go ahead in solving some other problem.